In today's world, people are constantly bombarded with advice about love, dating, and attraction. There are countless rules and tips on how to act in order to win someone's affection. Women are often told to be kind but not too kind, intelligent but not intimidating, attractive but not too available. These rules can be confusing, and they often create a false image of what women should be. But what if this common advice is wrong? What if the behaviors that truly captivate men are not about pleasing or following rules, but instead about something deeper? What if the most seductive quality a woman can have is not about beauty or tricks, but about self-respect, independence, and authenticity? This idea is what makes certain women unforgettable. These women do not rely on external validation. They do not mold themselves to fit what a man wants. Instead, they radiate a powerful kind of energy. An energy often described as dangerous because it is unpredictable, untamable, and impossible to control. This is the energy of a woman who belongs fully to herself, and that is what makes her magnetic. Beauty versus energy. Physical beauty can capture someone's attention, but it rarely holds it for long. Looks may impress, but over time they fade into the background. Tricks and manipulations might create short-term attraction, but they leave behind disappointment or mistrust. What truly keeps a man hooked is a woman's presence and energy. This is not about being manipulative or playing games. Instead, it is about being authentic, confident, and self-sufficient. Such a woman creates a sense of uncertainty, not by making the man insecure, but by making him realize that he could lose her. That possibility, that subtle fear of loss, becomes the fuel for his desire. Why relationships lose their spark? Most relationships do not end with big betrayals or dramatic fights. Instead, they slowly fade away. The real danger comes from predictability, routine, and a lack of admiration. Over time, one person becomes part of the background of the other's life, like a piece of furniture, useful but no longer exciting. The shift happens when someone goes from being a privilege to being an option. In the beginning, a man may be thrilled by a woman's messages and eager to make plans with her, but later he may delay replying, cancel plans, or treat her time as unimportant. The excitement fades when he no longer feels that being with her is special. The power of emotional independence. So what makes the difference? Why are some women unforgettable? The answer lies in emotional independence. These women do not rely on a man for their happiness or self-worth. Their lives are already full and meaningful. A man may be part of their world, but he is not the center of it. This is powerful because it is rare. Many people believe love means depending on each other completely. But when a woman shows that she is perfectly happy on her own, it challenges a man's ego and awakens his respect. Her attitude is clear. My life is exciting with you, but it will still be exciting without you. This paradox is what draws him in. Instead of clinging to him, she gives him space while maintaining her strength. He realizes that her time, attention, and affection are not guaranteed. They must be earned. The safe harbor versus the open sea. Men often face a conflict within themselves. On one side, they want safety, stability, and comfort. This is the logical part of them that desires a calm partner who provides peace. On the other side, however, is a primal instinct for challenge, adventure, and excitement. Some women embody the safe harbor. They are kind, accommodating, and always available. At first, this feels good to a man because it's easy and soothing. But over time, it becomes predictable and dull. The safe harbor turns into a golden cage. Then there are women with what we can call queen energy. These women do not revolve around a man. They are busy creating their own kingdoms, pursuing their passions, building their careers, and living full lives. They don't exist to provide comfort. Instead, they bring challenge, passion, and inspiration. To a man, this type of woman is the open sea. She is exciting, unpredictable, and alive. She doesn't need saving. She invites him into her world only if he proves himself worthy. Boundaries as a seductive force. One of the most powerful tools such women have is boundaries. Unlike manipulation or arrogance, boundaries are an expression of self-respect. For example, imagine a man cancels a date at the last minute. A woman who lacks boundaries might immediately agree to reschedule whenever he wants. This makes her seem too available and signals that her time is not valuable. A woman with queen energy responds differently. She might say, "That's a shame. I was looking forward to it. I'm busy next week, but we can check later to see if something works." This response is calm and polite, but it also sends a clear message. Her time is valuable, and he cannot take it for granted. Such boundaries do not push men away. Instead, they awaken respect and admiration. The man realizes that her attention must be earned, and suddenly being with her becomes more meaningful. Liking versus admiration. A crucial insight is the difference between liking and admiring a woman. A man may like a woman who laughs at all his jokes, but he admires the one who challenges him intellectually. He may like a woman who cancels her plans for him, but he admires the one who makes him rearrange his own schedule to see her. He may like a woman who always agrees with him, but he admires the one who passionately shares her own opinions. Deep and lasting attraction is not built on liking. It is built on admiration and respect. Without respect, desire eventually dies out. Respect, in fact, is the foundation of long-term love. How to develop queen energy. Becoming this kind of woman is not about pretending or playing games. It is a process of building a strong inner life. The video describes 4 main pillars. 1. Define your mission. Have a purpose greater than yourself. This could be a career, a creative project, or personal growth. What matters is that your life has direction and passion. 2. Build your fortress. Create independence in all areas: emotional, social, and financial. Surround yourself with supportive friends. Earn your own income and know how to handle challenges without relying on someone else. 3rd, master joyful solitude. Learn to enjoy your own company. Travel alone, pursue hobbies, and be comfortable with silence. Loneliness turns into strength when you truly enjoy being with yourself. 4. Set your laws in stone. Establish non-negotiable principles in your life. These could be about respect, honesty, or communication. Don't just talk about them, live them. These steps are not about men at all. They are about building your own life, your own kingdom. The seductive energy that comes from this process is simply a side effect. The final transformation. At the heart of this message is a powerful truth. The most seductive women are not those who desperately try to attract men. Instead, they are the ones who live fully and authentically. They do not need anyone to complete them. Their happiness, confidence, and peace come from within. And because they do not need anyone, when they choose a man, that choice is incredibly powerful. It is not born out of loneliness or fear, but out of fullness. The message to him becomes, "You are not a necessity in my life. You are a luxury, a gift I choose, not something I depend on." This changes everything. It transforms attraction from something superficial into something profound. Conclusion. The behaviors that men find dangerously seductive are not tricks or techniques. They are the natural byproducts of a woman who lives authentically, respects herself, and builds a meaningful life. Such a woman doesn't lower herself to fit into someone else's world. Instead, she raises her own world so high, so radiant, that a man dreams of being part of it. At the end of the day, the most seductive force in the world is not beauty or charm. It is authenticity, passion, and self-respect. And no one is more attractive than a woman who rules her own kingdom, who knows her worth, and who shares her life not because she needs to, but because she chooses to.